Good evening. Welcome to Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community, the news you can trust and events that move and celebrate our very own South Asian community. I'm Nidhi Kathuria coming to you from our ITV Gold studio in New Jersey. In the news this evening, American and Indian business delegations meet in NYC, recognize achievers. Vedic Heritage presents a musical evening for its Diwali Mela. Gurdwara Baba Makhan Shah Lobna Sikh Centre celebrates Guru Purab. MMNA Northeast holds its gala event. Watch Kartik Aryan's teaser trailer, Freddy. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community for news in detail right after this short break. The Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, along with Indian Achievers Forum, hosted a day-long meeting in New York City at the Indian Consulate on November 3rd. The business delegations from both countries discussed potential future collaborations. Former U.S. ambassadors to India Frank G. Wisner gave the inaugural address in the morning, and Kenneth I. Justa spoke in the afternoon session.
In past decades, we always recognized in this country the profound commitment of India to the rule of law, to diversity, to the freedom of press, to the values of the democratic order that all of us cherish and are part of. That order is under pressure today. We make no gains if we don't recognize, we make no recognition of reality if we don't speak to it. In this country, we're about to have an election, and it's an election of huge importance, even though it's a midterm, shaping towards another great contest in 2024. The American polity, to put it simply, is badly divided, and it's not going to come together easily. And the frictions that result in such ghastly events as a personal attack on the husband of our Speaker of the House of Representatives is just barely indicative of the depth of anger that is coursing through the poison in the society. But so too, I suggest, India needs to be very careful of the order of its own society, the way Indians live with each other, respect each other's cultures, traditions, histories, religious points of view. This matters not only for India's good order, but for the reputation India has on the world stage, and particularly for this relationship. And so, whether it's this country or abroad, or the fate of democracy broadly, we all have a job to do. And so I'd like to stand back for a moment and tell you that we can take nothing for granted. Our relationship is important at this, must be worked on, tended, treated carefully, indeed gardened very wisely. But I speak to you with utter confidence today in saying that in the Indian-American relationship, I've believed over the decades that the best years lie ahead.
I'm Ashok. We are here at Indian Consulate. Indo-American Chamber of Commerce organized an event which was meaningful in terms of Indo-US trade relationships, especially. And I have the distinct pleasure and honor of the presence of Ambassador Kenneth, as well as Chairman of IT World and Parikh World Media, Dr. Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. So I'll begin with you, sir. You were in India recently. Being in India. Under President Trump here and Prime Minister Modi there was a lot of talks about their close understanding and friendship and how that was reflected in the way both countries were coming together.
Well, we accomplished an enormous amount during the last 4 years, the time that I was ambassador there, across every issue that we engage in, whether it was defense and security, trade and investment, energy, the environment, non-proliferation, agriculture, education, space, science and technology. We've really developed a very broad and diverse relationship. And the change that has occurred in the last 20 years in U.S.-Indian relations is truly extraordinary, and it's a privilege to have been a part of that.
India's Consul General in New York, Randhir Jaiswal, was the chief guest. Couple called immediate past national president of IACC welcomed guests. He noted that trade value between the two nations has grown considerably, especially during the pandemic when American investments grew in India. Around 25 people were awarded a trophy and certificate for achievements in different fields. Among them was Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh, chairman of Parikh Worldwide Media, ITV Gold. Let's watch the highlights.
It's so delightful that we are back in this fashion. Last 2 years, we've been removed away from all our business stakeholders. All that we got was virtual, digital interaction, but we are so delighted that all the way from Kolkata, we have Indo-American Chamber of Commerce representatives here to boost, to propel India-US business ties. Thank you, Ambassador Wisner, for your very kind and warm words. And thank you, Mr. Kapil Kaul, or one of the speakers, for reminding that Indo-American Chamber of Commerce was started in 1968 when Ambassador Chester Bowles was there at the helm of affairs in India. At a time when we are celebrating not just India's 75 years of independence, but also 75 years of India-US diplomatic ties, it helps a little to deep into history and bring all those people, their commitment, their hard work to the present day work that we all doing. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody. This is the first of a series of visits that we're going to make in furthering our bilateral relations with India and America. Through the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce and the Indian Achievers Forum. We are fortunate that we have with us many past ambassadors and consul generals present out here today who have brought us to the stage of proximity between India and America. And going forward, we'll be conducting many such events which will bring India and America, the two democracies and freedom-loving nations, to become closer as ever, to become the twin engines of economic and social growth in the world. And we would make India as a market as well as America as a market to co-invest in each other's countries, in each other's businesses, and make that leap of faith so that the two countries can become even closer going forward and become stabilizers in various matters, as well as upholding the values of true democracy and freedom. Thank you.
And you're being recognized by Indo-American Chamber of Commerce.
Well, I think it's a real privilege and pleasure to be with Ambassador Kenneth Jester. He was a great ambassador during the Trump administration. He has even brought President Trump to our Indian American events in Houston. And it was a great event, and it showed the really exhibition of U.S.-India relation. And I particularly very much interested in, very passionate about this U.S.-India relation, because I was the one in '93 convinced Congressman Gary Ackerman and Frank Pallone to start the India Caucus. And now look at the India Caucus, the second largest caucus in Congress, which is pro-India. And that helps us long way. And so we came long way, and hopefully we'll go even higher.
Vedic Heritage Incorporate fulfills the spiritual and cultural needs of the Indian American community. One of its most renowned events is the annual Diwali Classical Music and Arts Festival, which is a celebration of Indian classical music and dance held in October-November annually for the past 20 years. The event has hosted the most prominent luminaries of the Indian classical music and dance forms. This year, it was held on November 5th at Pandit Jasraj Auditorium in Hempstead, New York. Guru Ma Jyotishanand Saraswati lit the diyas and was given citations by Senator Kevin Thomas and Mayor of the town of Hempstead. Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parekh and his wife Dr. Sudha Parekh also attended this musical evening, where Sarod Virtuoso Ustad Amjad Ali Khan along with Aman Ali Bangash and Ayan Ali Bangash performed. Other world-renowned artists included Barkha Patel, Swar Ratan Sharma, Neelima Berry and more. Enjoy the glimpses.
You all know I'm the first South Asian senator here in New York, and all of you are in my district, and it gives me great honor to come here and present a proclamation from the Senate for all the great work that the temple does in the community. All right, on behalf of the state senate, presenting you.
Please.
No, sit.
Keep sitting, please.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
And on behalf of the Incorporated Village of Hempstead, myself and the Board of Trustees, we present this citation to you. We're grateful to have you in our community, and thank you so much.
everyone.
Sorry, what can I do? Tell me. Yeah, क्योंकि बैठे ही रह सकते हैं ना इसलिए.
As everybody know that I am great lover of music and art. Pandit Jasraj ji was my first guru when I was 9-year-old and he was 19-year-old. He was my first guru and I was his first disciple.
Well, I think it's a it's a great treat today on Diwali celebration. Amjad Ali Khan, who is our pride of India, and he's our beloved Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, and two of his sons who are equally getting into that category. And so I feel myself very privileged and lucky that today I have got an opportunity to get the blessing from the Guru Ma and their guidance and spiritual guidance to do the good community work. And that's what that is all my goal is in the life. So I thank Guru Ma to give me such a blessing and encouragement to keep serving the community. And really I enjoyed it, and thank you Guru Ma. आपका आशीर्वाद से हमको बहुत अच्छा लगा है.
So I also appreciate your presence here, sir, and the way the music was flowing, it was connecting us with inner pure joy. How was it for you?
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. It was such a magnificent performance, and really, I must thank the very Heritage Incorporated for providing this opportunity to be able to celebrate Diwali and all that it represents to each of us. You know, as I have the honor of serving on the Nassau County Legislature as chairman of the Minority Affairs Council, and I'm running for the New York State Senate out of the 5th District. But it's so wonderful to get to come to be honored to be in your presence and to experience the wonderful performances this evening. You know, it's a great chance for us to celebrate, as you were speaking about, the triumph of light over darkness, of good over evil, and our part in that, in ensuring that we all have a responsibility to something greater than ourselves to try and make our corner of the world a little bit better for our having been here. And that's so beautifully represented tonight musically and in dance. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of that.
Thank you very much. And last but not the least, Dr. Sudha Parikh, how was it for you, experience?
It was very delighting and excellent music. I really enjoyed. And we were lucky to have blessing of Guru Mata.
In view of 553rd Guru Purab of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, 22nd Nagar Kirtan was arranged by Gurdwara Baba Makhan Shah, Lobana Sikh Center in the busy area of Richmond Hill, New York, with the help of devotees from Tri-State on November 5th, 2022. Thousands of devotees joined the Nagar Kirtan. All over the route, there was a langar of makki ki roti and sarson ka saag, chole bhature, tea, milk and drinks and much more. People in the neighborhood also enjoyed it. Take a look. Maheshwari Mahasabha of North America Gala event was held at Royal Albert Palace on October 29th. Over 250 members attended this event, which served delicious food and entertainment. The theme of this event was Aparachit Se Parachit. Activities were catered towards a wide spectrum of audience that included kids, Rajasthani abroad youth samaj, adults and senior citizens. Lifetime honorary award was given to Mr. and Mrs. Sodani. Enjoy the glimpses.
आज खुशी है हम सबको, आज खुशी है हम सबको, आ पाए हमारे द्वार, स्वागत करेंगे हम तो आपका बारंबार, स्वागत करेंगे हम तो आपका बारंबार।
आज करे अभिनंदन तिलक लगा करके, फूलों का है हार सभी को पहना करके,
पुलकित हुआ है मन हम सबका, पुलकित हुआ है मन हम सबका, खुशियाँ मिली अपार, स्वागत करेंगे हम तो आपका बारंबार।
Continuing with the news on entertainment on ITV Gold, enjoy Apna Sapna Mani Mani starring Jackie Shroff, Sunil Shetty and Shreyas Talpare in the family movie night this Friday at 8:30 p.m. EST. Watch Yade starring Jackie Shroff, Hrithik Roshan and Kareena Kapoor that will run this Saturday at 1 p.m. EST. Reserve is Sunday at 3 p.m. EST for Sunny Deol's Right Ya Wrong, also starring Konkana Sen Sharma and Irfan Khan. And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community tonight. Send us your suggestions and community news that you would like us to cover for a print and television coverage at events@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle at ITVGold, subscribe to our YouTube channel and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk if you're in the Tri-State or in the Chicago area for community news, entertainment and events in the US. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com or subscribe to the hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. This is Nidhi Kathuria signing off. Happy Monday, and don't forget the election day tomorrow.